my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but to me, that was good basketball all around. We got Heat into the finals against Denver Nuggets. One team we didn't really think would have made it this far, to be honest. But hey, they're playing ball, they're playing hard, and they've made it to the finals. But before I get ahead of myself, let me check in with you fellas. Hakim, how you doing, my brother? Everything cool?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I've been locked in watching some great basketball series, watching great games. I know it's a bittersweet. My Lakers didn't get through, but
You know that
Denver
I was
City.
just getting challenge you on you talking about you feeling great. You should be feeling good for you.
Well, I had time to process. After the loss, I was like, I couldn't sleep. It was like, damn,
You had time
they
to
may already
grieve.
lost 4-love. I was like, they really lost 4-love. I was upset, but came on to that last play. But we will get into it. But other than that, I'm good. I'm good. Just ready to watch these NBA finals and chop it up with the guys once again.
Fair enough. It's good to see you again, man. Ray, what was the action?
Man, outside hot as hell. I don't know, man. The day is just getting hotter and hotter. We know entering summer, I would say. We barely on the cusp of summer, and
Yeah.
things just like a furnace here. And hacking could be a testament to
Yeah,
that for sure.
my fan is on our high mode right now, just full blast.
But
I ain't
otherwise,
gonna like
yeah.
today is pretty hot too here. It's like
Hmm.
33 degrees outside. So thankfully
That is
man got AC,
insane.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
that's insane.
So I ain't got no problems right now.
Hmm. But yeah, man. Outside of that, not too bad. Just like Hakeem being locked into the playoffs, well, the Western Conference Finals. That Celtics and Heat series specifically give us some time, to get some more
Oh,
basketball in the system.
Eastern?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you know just chilling. We actually get to spend some time and watch a match. That's Game 7 on. That was
Yeah,
what,
Monday,
Monday.
Monday,
On
Monday
Monday,
night. Yeah, Monday night. Yeah, yeah.
we get into it a little bit. Kind of disappointing. How it went, but we get into all
Yeah,
that
A
yeah.
lot of
as we
bricks.
go through.
A lot
Yeah.
of bricks.
Fair enough, man. Like you guys already alluded to, we can talk about these conference final games and basically what we thought about it generally and what's not. People, if you're in the stream, hit that like button, man. We appreciate it. That will help us get in the algorithm and get the stream out to other people's. But let me not waste too much time, people's. Let me talk about the Nuggets path to the finals. I can start with Hakim just because that's the team that kind of sent you guys home. What did you think of the series that they played, and maybe anything that Lakers could have done differently to prevent it from being a sweep?
Well, first I must give credit to Denver Nuggets. Without a doubt, they were the better team. I think they got some. They play really good basketball. They're well rounded. Their stars showed up. Uh, Holistically, in general, for the game, there were moments that one might go cold, but when one went cold, the other picked up the pace. I just think Lakers got outmatched in a bit. They got outmatched in a sense. Um, we couldn't stop Jokic and we couldn't stop Murray. When Jokic went cold in those fourth quarters, and I think early in games 1 and 2, Murray went out of control. We I saw time and time again Jokic making some shots where AD's playing good defense on them. Maybe Rui, and again just put the ball behind his back and then three swish. I just found their rotation was just really good. Michael Porter Jr. turned up. KCP hitting the threes, and Lakers. I think every game was close. I will say every game was close, but we just had some. I think we lost moment. We lost focus at certain key points. I would say early on in the series, LeBron was hitting. Sorry, not hitting. He was attempting a lot of threes,
A lot, too
and
much.
yeah, way too much, and it wasn't working. They weren't dropping, and it's been not speculated, but it's been confirmed that he was playing on an injured foot, and that's possibly why he didn't drive to the basket as much. So for the time you see LeBron not driving as much, there's something behind the stories. But I wish he would have been a little more aggressive. Uh, you know, that was our downfall. D'Lo was playing terrible, to be fair, and I think Darvin Ham didn't rotate the players well enough. He stumbled onto Rui early on, and I think late in the first game. which posed a bit of a problem for Jokic. But ultimately, Jokic was just outstanding. The reason why he was the Finals MVP, we could not stop him. The guy was going off, and Murray went off. I think it was the first game or second game. Like these two unstoppable duo, and Lakers just didn't have remedy. The fourth game was pretty amazing. LeBron went off, but he couldn't sustain that kind of energy. Not for 4 quarters.
Hmm.
Jokic, man, I put it on to Jokic and Murray, but really Jokic went off, and he could not. He hit some threes out of this world. Like,
Yeah, he
there was
did.
a play. I don't know if you saw that one, right, one. There was a play
Yeah,
where Jokic, I think AD played
yeah,
some
he was
outside
guarding.
defense on him. I think near the second end of the end of a quarter. I can't remember the
Hmm.
second half or the third quarter. And Jokic was running up the time. He just threw up the ball,
Yeah,
and when
and they
it
score.
switched, AD looked at him. Jokic looked at him and was like, "Hey, brother. Hey, is that touch?" Like,
Yeah,
you can't stop
unbelievable
him.
shot making.
Cannot stop him. So Lakers were a bit outclassed. Um, we were just a bit outclassed, to be honest. There were some lucky plays. I think there was. We should have really, we should have really won that first and the fourth game. I would say that those were our best chances. But I, you know, especially in the fourth, we had a lapse. There's no way we up. I think it was like 14, 15 points in the half, and let the men come back in the third quarter.
Mhm.
Like, at home, come on, man. No, but Denver played outstanding. They played hell of a series. So can't take it away from them.
Everyone, thoughts?
On my side, yeah, I can give credit to the Nuggets. Right, I don't think I need to repeat that, but I gotta give credit to the Lakers too because at the beginning of this season, that team was in I don't even know disarray is the best word to use. Russell Westbrook on the team, they were all saying, oh, they can't trade Westbrook, yada yada yada. But shout out to their general manager, can't remember what is his name right now, but he did wonders to make it to even to get to the Western Conference Finals. At the halfway point in the season, there's no way you could check by our streams or anything like that. There's no way that we could see the Lakers ever
Rob Pelinka. Yeah,
yeah,
Rob
Rob
Pelinka.
Pelinka
Certainly
even
remember him.
making it or dreaming of making it to the conference finals because of the one terrible roster construction and two the terrible the players on the team at the time. Inconsistency from Anthony Davis with his health, a whole bunch of factors. There's no way, so credit to them for at least making it this far. But a, l- a little bit too late for the turnaround that they had. If they had this continuity a little bit early in the season, um, or just for the year on the whole, they probably maybe could have gone further, given the Denver Nuggets a more challenge. And if LeBron was healthy, as Hakeem said, LeBron was a big factor in the reason why I think they lost because that man was just taking too many
A
trees.
big factor. A big.
I would say a big factor because all right, you need superstars to win games. Denver has two superstars, Murray and Jokic, showed up pretty much every single game.
Well. Would you call Murray a superstar? Yet. I mean,
He's a superstar in the playoffs. I wouldn't say that he's a superstar in general, but when it comes to the playoffs, he is playing the best basketball of. When you look at the grades, especially in the playoffs,
okay,
some of the best
okay.
basketball we've ever seen. Truthfully,
It, it,
50,
it,
40,
it,
90 in multiple series, like averaging 30 points a game. Like, not many guys even get to do that. Statistically speaking, most players' performance would drop off in the playoffs because it's tougher. But Jamal Murray does the flip,
the best player,
takes it to
the
the
better
next level.
players do increase. Yeah,
Yeah, do
takes it to the
increase
next
their
level.
production and productivity in the playoffs, and he's done that tenfold. So I can't debate whether or not he's a superstar. Well, specific to the playoffs, I can say maybe also the playoffs, yeah, but he's been a superstar player for their team consistently throughout the playoffs, and that is not a question
Okay.
that we should even have to
All right, that one,
consider.
that one, that was debatable his status, but for definitely playoff. He's playoff. He's
Yeah,
playoff Murray.
yes, correct. And I just feel like LeBron was there, but LeBron had not didn't really get to have that superstar impact that we are accustomed to seeing. And I feel like it was predicated a lot on the fact that, as you mentioned, he was not able to get to the basket. He was not hitting the three. I don't see LeBron as a 3-point shooter, but he was taking so many threes and just clanking them. And I feel that every time he continued to do that, it just you know trickled down to the rest of the team and had a negative impact because it's like, damn, we can't forget nothing. We can't forget three because none of them were shooting
But
well from three either. They would say none of them were
yeah, but
shooting well.
that's tough. That's a tough take to say that it had a negative impact on the team because LeBron was missing threes. I mean, he's
But
not
yeah,
known to be a three point shooter,
yeah, but
and
I feel
it's
like in
not
those
it's not like
cases,
he's Malik Beasley. It's not like he's Malik Beasley or Rui was hitting a lot of threes or one. They
yeah,
don't really
but
have a 3 point specialist other than Malik Beasley. He didn't even play.
I just think as a superstar player, you have to have the presence of mind and say, all right, let me find a different way to make a play instead of just jacking at trees. That's something that we would normally
Correct.
complain to Westbrook. Westbrook is not a shooter, but he's going to shoot the trees, even though he can clank them off the board. But
Hmm.
some like the decision making from LeBron was poor from the outside looking in. As we said, we know he had the injury that might have been the reason why he wasn't able to put the ball in that a little bit more, get to the basket a little bit more. But it
Hmm.
just at this moment in time, it just seemed like poor decision making. You know this ain't working for you right now, so try a different avenue. Empower somebody else on the team maybe to be to be that body to get everybody else involved. You have Austin Rivers. It's not to say that he didn't do that at times, but maybe do it a little bit more
He
often.
played it.
Yeah, maybe do it a little bit more often because you don't feel that you got that burst to get to the rim that you can make plays for the others on the court. So I just feel like he settled a little bit too much, and that cost the team. Yes, it's tough because LeBron has otherworldly expectations, or we place otherworldly expectations on LeBron. But I just feel like a lot of moments in especially when I saw him take all those trees, probably could have done something else to get a better shot for somebody else, maybe.
I guess the problem is right. So like there were times where he had good looks. He fast break. He might have been left with a low space. They didn't close it on quickly at the 3 point line. But being LeBron James, you got open three. You're not gonna pass up unless you can find a better play. So I mean, like he has to take the shot. I mean, they probably played into their hand a bit, and once he didn't expect himself to be so cold. But I mean, he
But
made good plays. He made tiny plays. I would say it did hurt the team a bit, but it's not like they got blown out in every single game. They were relatively every game was within touching distance, within just a hand's reach of
yeah,
every game in that series. I
I
think I can't put majority blame on him. I put definitely it has to be shared, but some has to go to D'Lo, some has to go to Darvingham. Um, AD was quite, and I think it was at game four. AD was quite in game four.
80 was
That he can't.
consistently what we expect 80 to be, up and down, which he was for the whole series.
He not. He was more up than down. He was more up than down. I think this game four, he was just. He played decent defense. I mean, decent, relatively speaking, played
I
decent
think the Lakers
defense.
played great defense
I think
for
he played
most.
good
Yeah, I
defense.
think that's where if there's
Especially
any
game one.
place
Especially game one.
where AD had any greater contribution was on defense, if anything, because he was everywhere to me.
Yep.
The Lakers on the
Yep.
whole, but they just couldn't stop the Nuggets.
They hit some lucky shot. Yeah, they hit some lucky
They
shots.
just was hitting tough
It's
shots.
not just lucky
All
shots.
right, it's not just luck.
Is
It's not.
yeah.
Some of it is luck. Some of it is luck, though. Some of it is luck. Let's just agree to that one. Some of it has to be luck.
Well, all right, if you want to
So
call it that. If you
Murray,
want to call it that, but
Jokic not
consistent
really.
luck got
Jokic
a
not
different
really.
definition and name
But
though.
Murray, all right. Jokic didn't have is more skill because he clearly practiced that shot from shooting from behind his head. But Murray has some lucky shots. That, that's a agree on that one. The man had
In
some shots in
one.
game one, game two. He had about 4 or 5 lucky shots from different positions. I'm like, no way, no way. You're not gonna miss. Like,
Y- Yeah, but you still gotta give credit to the supporting players like Aaron Gordon and Porter and them man to me play great support basketball.
Yeah, they wasn't
oh yeah,
missing
for
I
either.
sure.
wouldn't exactly like I can't sit here and say, oh, the team was Jamal Murray and Jokic. Of course, they were the prime ball handlers who create the looks for these guys, but these guys actually delivered when they got the ball and they played their part well. And
Uh,
for that reason, I would say too, that was one of the reasons why Lakers, I guess, couldn't really keep up the scoring pace more so than anything else. Because like Rayvon said, they were good on defense, which I agree with. They were very good. It's just that you just had a better offense to deal with.
yeah.
But I got two questions though.
Mhm.
When did LeBron get this injury?
The injury was just before
Yeah,
they
just
made
before the playoffs.
just after the
Yeah.
trades. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
before the playoffs, he had this injury
Yeah,
because
he's been playing with it for a while.
it didn't look to me like he was injured that whole time.
It's one of those kind of injuries where I mean, you could play with it, but it's not gonna be 100%, or it might not be 90%. That's why he's been shooting a lot more threes in general, even during these last 2 years, but especially for this last year, because he can't. I guess it pains him a bit to drive, to jump a lot more, to actually run it on it. That's why he settles for the three a lot more than usual. And the man's 38 years old. Come on now.
Oh no, you want to bring in the age? No.
But you go burn the age, the man's 38.
No, everybody want. You see, we're not trying to use this age when it's convenient. When you mind like destroying teams and
Oh my
scoring
God,
bombs.
he's
I know, I,
38.
Yeah,
I know
he's
what to say.
38.
I
How
know what
is he
to say.
doing this? Oh my God, he's so amazing. Then you might get injured or saying and perform poorly. Oh, he's 38. No, no, 38
You,
sound like
we use
83.
we use it both ways. Both ways. When you
Come
jump a
on,
40 piece,
come
when you jump
on,
a 40
bro.
piece, at 30 you're jumping a 40 piece. When you get injured, these injuries take as you get a little older in life. These injuries take a little longer to heal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So
hmm My second question is if a man capable of dropping so much points, I think it was 38 that he ended up with in the final game, something like that.
40. I think it was 40.
Yeah, it's 40.
40, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
even better.
40 piece.
Could we blame it on injury or was it luck that he got that 40? You tell me.
But that man this start. LeBron destroyed those guys in the
In
first
first
quarter.
half.
21
In
points in the
first
first
half.
quarter. First half for
First half,
sure. I
yeah.
was going 30 points in the first
In first
half,
half,
but
yeah.
So,
especially
so he
first
wasn't
quarter.
injured.
But he's grimacing through the pain. The man, he's grimacing. He's playing through the
If
pain.
he was
That's to do what he
grimacing
has to
that
do.
game at all, he went off in the first half and then in the second half, he was
Because the
just
pain, he burnt
he
out.
was just like a medic on the battlefield. He was just waiting to, I guess, console somebody else because he ain't had no good looks. He wasn't active in any of the attacks really. And when he got the ball, like you guys said, he just tossed it up, hoping that he continued that shooting streak from the first half.
But but to be fair, that's where he put a little blame on AD because LeBron, obviously, to be fair, he played the entire first half, I think, except for like what, a couple seconds, like maybe 43, 20 seconds or something like that. That's gonna weigh on anyone's energy levels. The third quarter is where AD should have picked it up and let's say, Bron, I got you for this one. Let me just step up my game. Because if I think he had 9 points in the second half. He had about 31 at the end of the first half. 9 points in the second half is not characteristic of LeBron, especially if we look at the fourth quarter. So clearly he was burnt.
But the
That's fair
one
to
in
say
the first half either.
for any player, anybody who gets that much points in the first half and when he get 90 second half, clearly they're a little gas. Or they just lost that will. So more so I'm gonna
Well,
say
I
it's gas.
guess it's also poor management too to not even
But he,
realize
Coach.
that. Yeah,
but
But
to
the
but
thing about
to
it
not
is,
realize that you're
but
playing.
LeBron right, you go right.
yeah, no, the caveat to this is that there's an oh boy, elimination game. so so you
You gotta play
gotta
the time.
you
You
gotta
gotta
play the
play.
thing
You
because
gotta
I
play.
ain't trying to
You
lose.
gotta play.
When LeBron on the
Yeah, you
court,
can't.
positive things can happen. So I can't leave the man on the court even though he burned. He give you
Facts.
31 in the first half. So who else he can put in? D'Lo.
And Darvin was probably like, Bron, come, let's get some rest. And Bron was like, nah, coach, not him. I got this. Let me stay in. There's no way LeBron's gonna go to the bench facing elimination game for being and no, to avoid himself from being swept. There's no way. So I I don't think he expected himself to be so gassed in the second half. And if he did, because they had a 15-point lead. If he did, he was hoping someone else would have showed up. Like how in the other series, someone would have showed up in the third quarter or the fourth quarter.
You know what?
AD, Rui,
If
AR-15,
I,
someone,
want, I want
but
I want to segue off of that hacking because another thing that I want to give credit for the Lakers for, truthfully, their role players really stepped up through the entirety of the playoffs, excluding D'Angelo Russell, I would say. Um, Rui
yeah, they actually had a
Hachimura
couple games. Yeah,
and Austin
of
Reeves,
the Reeves.
my goodness, they pretty much saved them in every single playoff series. You could point to a
Yep.
game or two where Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura came and saved the day, and then Lonnie Walker in the series prior to who they played against.
Yep.
How they played?
It
The
was
Grizzlies.
no great. Grizzlies first round. They played against the
Um,
whoa. Can't remember who they played against.
So,
Golden
the
State,
Warriors, the
Golden
Warriors.
State,
Golden State,
yeah,
Yeah. They
I
had
was
they
say, what I
had
mean.
probably the best role player any team in the playoffs, I would say, because they got contributions from
I
left, right,
think
and center.
Warriors lost lost off of size mainly though.
Yeah, yeah, that's acknowledged.
But he still has,
Uh,
yeah, but he still got role players that
but
got
I
size.
just,
So
I just, I just got to give shout
the
out to the role players on the
role
Lakers
players.
because they really stepped up and kept them in the games because I felt like the team could only go where LeBron and AD was able to take them. And if that
Yeah,
statement I made was true, they probably would never make it as far as they did because there's
yeah,
been
Mhm.
there
Yep.
were a lot of times in each of the series where both LeBron and AD dropped the ball. Didn't really contribute much to the team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And those role players really stepped up and carried the load. But again, when you meet a better team that has better role players or better star players at the moment, then you
Yeah.
get knocked out. So that
Better
was the
star
tail there.
players.
I would
I think
say,
that was a game of the role players.
hey, come on, man.
No, let me not say that.
Murray,
Like,
Murray,
that's not
and
fair.
Jokic playing at a higher level than LeBron and AD are at the moment, and well, we able to say at the moment because we beat them. So
To be fair, but if I look at the way I look at it, they played better offensively, no doubt about it. But collectively, you look at the defense of AD when you factor in AD's defense that he played in the game as well and his offense. I mean, they're almost comparable. They almost neutralize each other. So it came out to KCP, Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon, who were the real difference makers for the Nuggets team.
Great players at the
But
moment.
no, great
Great
players.
players. I mean,
That's a stretch. That's a
players,
stretch for Taiwan
great
players.
players at the moment. Players that pulling up and hitting shots when they need points. Great players. Making Jokic assist count. Great players. They're making Jokic like stats go up in terms of
Agree for sure.
assists and all that kind of stuff. Like they are
Michael,
great players at this point. But speaking of great players, I gotta shout out my boy Jimmy.
it's true.
Jimmy Butler and the Heat. No one, nobody thought that these guys had it in them to one, beat the Bucks. That was a shocker. New York Knicks was a better fight. I think a better
Yeah,
series.
I agree there. I thought the Knicks would have put
And
a better fight than they did.
yeah, but hey, he's brought that fire. And then Celtics. No, we had a little scare in the previous games before the final game, 7. So 4, 5, and 6 was pretty scary because I think people were thinking about wait, okay, so now the Celtics are back, the Heat back to them normal missing ways, back to Brick City and Celtics coming back up, and then your guy, what's his name, Caleb,
Caleb Martin,
coming,
the MVP of the
Caleb
yeah,
Eastern
Martin.
Martin
Conference
came
Finals.
in and hit again, start hitting again. Led by Jimmy, Bam, great support, Caleb Martin.
Bam.
Kalori got in the mix a little bit, rough up the
Kerry showed
guys a little bit,
Kerry showed his veteran presence.
Yeah, he did. Probably could have been better. I think he should retire soon. Retire while you're on the up, to be honest. But hey, great series so far by Heat. Tell me what y'all thought about their path to the finals and possibly if you think they could, overthrow the Nuggets.
For me, well, as you say, you started off this segue perfectly. No one in their right mind would have seen the Heat coming up and being in the finals yet again, being underdogs in every single series, uh, retweeting at ESPN for their predictions on all the series that they played against, not giving them the benefit of the doubt. They could as well retweet me too because I definitely wasn't giving them the benefit of the doubt. I fall into this trap with them again because there's no way that I just couldn't see it. Up to now, I am still baffled as to how a team that was so poor in the season, in the regular season on offense, just flipped the switch and at the top of the playoffs
To the
with offensive production. I just don't get it up to this point.
Especially from the perimeter.
Yeah, especially from the
Especially from the
3 point
perimeter.
line. Like, come on, that's unheard of. There gotta be some sort of historical stat associated with that because
You
to me
go
that's unheard
you go
of.
you go ask Paul what was in the video and what was in the cup.
Yeah, I don't know something, but geez, it has been I could say exciting to see. AFC, I don't think from my time watching basketball, which hasn't been a
Mhm.
very long time, but from my time watching basketball, I've never seen an AFC be this good. And I think they're only the
Yeah.
third AFC to make it to the finals. So that says a lot of the run that they've had on a whole. And just I think this whole playoffs, just a testament to this whole playoffs. Like anything is possible, and anything that was possible was made possible by all the crazy stuff that happened over the each series. Um, but
Yep.
the Heat, the Heat just took the kid, and they're continuing now against a team that I don't know. They definitely are not the favorites heading into the
Against it.
yeah
They're against it.
yeah.
I think they have the lowest probability of winning in history.
Oh, that's crazy. And knowing the
Yeah.
Heat, they'll probably find some way to throw that prediction on the bus.
Make, make it a
So,
good series.
yeah, make it a good series at least.
Mm.
Make it a good
We
series at
get into
least.
that
But
part, but
yeah,
yeah.
we get into that part as well.
I
But
Revon, honestly, I think this is the time to hold firm. I don't think that
The Heat could do it.
I gotta go up on record and say.
All right,
But
but let's
hey,
see if that one, man.
if they do it though, yo, I can learn to backflip. If they do it, bro. Because to be honest, right, I think Nuggets is a different team. We've seen throughout the season, regular season, that Celtics could got these nights, these days where they don't figure out anything.
yeah,
They might got the bodies, it might be a healthy team, but they just didn't, put it together somehow, and the team was able to run away with victories. Teams that we probably would expect on paper that Celtics will wash off, like just blow off easy. We've seen it. It's just that this series, it happened consecutive 3 times back to back before they figure out something, and then Heat responded. Took them 3 games as well to respond to that fire back from the Celtics. So I think with Nuggets now being a more consistently good team than Celtics were, not really having any crazy scares where like people are confused as to why they lost a game or whatever. Um, I think Nuggets could do a better job of getting rid of Heats in the NBA Finals. No, how many games I don't know, but we will get to that, like you say, Hakeem. Thoughts?
All right. So for me, I can't say this was the most exciting series, but it was definitely a series that had me on edge where it was like, if this really happened, if this really happened, to see the Miami Heat take that 3-level lead, I'm like, are they really going to sweep the Boston Celtics? And then all you're hearing is Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum saying, "Don't let us get one. Don't let us get one." And they won the one game. Don't let us get two. Don't let us get two. Fair. I expect maybe the game two is fair. Don't let us get three. I was like, okay, Miami have to win the game six because this is at home. Just close it off now. You know, do what the Celtics did to the Atlanta Hawks in the first round. Finish them in six. You play with your food, but time to cook it now and eat it. And then they actually let it get to game seven. I'm like, okay. Now my parlay, my prediction was Celtics. But as I watched the series, I really wanted to Heat to win. I kind of take back, I kind of switch my mouth. But I want Heat to win because I may not get too quick into it, but I don't want history to be made with LeBron being the same playoff postseason, and then they say that LeBron can't do. You know what I'm saying? But hey, but
I can't believe every time
That's
I
so
hear
stingy, bro.
I can't believe that's the man reason.
but but
That's
but
so poor.
but come on now. So the Heat, I wanted the Heat to win it, and the Heat did just that. No,
Mhm.
kudos to the Celtics, right? But you see that game seven, unfortunate what happened to Tatum early in the game. It really is. But Jalen Brown, he did handle the pressure well. He was he was a top class Mason, I must say. The more like can't touch his form and technique. Those bricks that he laid was immaculate. Brick after brick after brick, record time. So at turnover prone too. I just his
If anything,
handles
that
look
was the
shaky.
worst. If
It,
anything, the turnovers
yeah,
were the worst of anything. And what
yeah.
Caleb
I've seen
Martin
some
say?
terrible turnovers.
The scouting report was just to force him left. And when you watch all the turnovers, every single turnover
Yeah.
is with him going left. So you telling me you elite NBA player? You realize that, all right? Dribbling my left hand is
All second thing.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
all star, multiple time all star, and your weakness is driving to your left. You tell me that you're
So
working
simple.
on that in the off season. You're working on that in the off season, but you're jumping in pools, training in underwater, and all that sort of stuff, and you're working on your handle, bro. Like,
You got working the
come on,
fundamentals. Like,
yeah, come
yeah.
on.
So I was amazed that how poor he played. I mean, he didn't have a god awful series, but he could have been better, especially Tatum. But the fact that they made it back to Game 7, it just shows the character of the Celtics. I think the Heat lost a bit of their momentum, and I think they got a bit complacent. Started from Game 4, because who was going to expect the Heat to lose 3 games back to back, yet alone 4. So I think they got a bit complacent, but it was an interesting series. It would have been history. As I said, if Celtics won the overall series. Kind of happy they didn't. Hey, it's just me. But it was an
No,
interesting series. It definitely was
it's
interesting.
history both ways because
But
the Heat still is a
AFC,
team.
yeah,
Yeah, a AFC, not the first, but it's still history because
yeah,
not many AFCs
teams have done it. I think
ever
they're the
done it.
second or third team to
Yeah, the
do it.
third team.
Yeah. So as you said, Jimmy turned up to play. He had a moment where he was a little quiet in I think game 4 or 5 or game 4 to 6,
I think
but he
that
turned.
I think not cut you off, but I just think that um, Jimmy was limitedly impactful. I feel like the most impactful player for that series was Caleb Martin all the way through.
I
Uh,
agree.
Because
I know a lot of people pushing back on
yeah.
that, but yes, the stats in there as much as Jimmy. But when you look at efficiency, when you look at timing, when you look at you know, all right, what's the state of the game now, and what has Caleb Martin done to change that? I just feel that he
Right.
was a more impactful player. I
Impactful.
guess yeah, and gosh, yeah, Jimmy too had his moments hitting those free throws.
All
In
time
game
clutch, by
yeah
the way.
in game 7. I
Game
mean game
you
6.
said
Sorry.
no, that was game
Yeah,
six,
yeah, game
game six,
six.
yeah.
Even though they lost,
Mhm.
hitting those free throws was big because he had a pretty big fourth quarter. I think he had like 15 or so points or 18 points with the free throws in that quarter.
Mhm.
So impactful, kept them in the game. Still lost it, but he had his few moments, especially at the end of the like coming on to the end of games. But keeping the Heat afloat
The
throughout
game
the whole
close.
series
Yeah.
was Caleb Martin
Caleb Martin for sure.
for
Yeah, for
sure,
sure.
for sure. So they would
And there
never
was only
even be.
one. I think there was only one vote that separated them from the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Yeah, but
So I mean,
I mean, those type of things would usually go to the star player, but
they start.
it is what it is.
Yeah, more times or not. But I would say kudos to both of those players. The Heat definitely needed them. Bam was he was a little shaky, I will
Shaky.
say, especially in game 7. Yeah, he didn't have his best game, but
But he fought though. That's
he
one
did,
thing.
and that's Miami Heat's identity. They're a gritty team. They're gonna
Yeah,
fight to
defensively.
the end, and I don't think they think that any team is really better than them. I think they honestly do believe that, and that's all you can really ask for. They have all the confidence in the world, and they have a good culture led by a strong figure in Jimmy Butler. So I mean, all right, Spoelstra, Pat Riley, uh, good culture, everything. So I mean,
And Spoo,
I didn't have them.
getting more
I didn't have them to
motivational
get this
videos.
far. Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, we don't know. Yeah, I'm still curious what was the video,
Motivation is
but
motivation, bro.
but I surely did not have the heat to get this far. But I'm happy they made it, and let's see what happens in the finals.
um, just a quick comment. What do you think was the turning point of the series? I guess for the Heat,
Um,
like
I want to say, well, to me,
what
turning
Yeah,
kind
point
of clicked?
the turning point was in the
was
Celtics'
for the
favor. I
I
would
would say
say. Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say for Celtics. I would say turning point was where I would let based on what people saying is when Jimmy did this to Al Horford that timeout. People say that that's where it changed everything.
But
I just think Celtics didn't want to be a history. Everyone was coming down hard on Celtics after that game 3 loss, saying that they're due has to break up. They're not good to each other. They have no character. They have no backbone. They give up before the game 4. They have no dog in them, and I think they probably thought to themselves, what, we can't do this. This is a franchise of history, of being known to be one of the more difficult teams to beat at home, Boston Garden.
Mhm.
So I think they clearly came with mindset as of don't let's get one because they are the better team. on paper before leading up to that series. Obviously, they're the I think they were the 2 seed. Yeah, they think they were the 2 seed, and yeah, they were, and they have to act like 2 seed. You know, don't feel like you've been there before. You were the NBA conference, you were by the NBA finals just a year in front. So don't feel you're outclassed. Just stick to yourself, stick to your game plan, and as I said, don't let's get one,
Yeah.
don't let's get two, don't let's get three, and it worked.
But my comment,
Unfortunately, it didn't work for the four
yeah,
though.
my comment on that quickly. Two things from a statistical standpoint. The Celtics were the ones that turned around the series, and it's from two places: 3-point shooting and increasing their 3-point shooting and decreasing their turnovers. When the, when the Celtics did those two things, that was their recipe for winning, and they didn't do it in the in the game seven, so they lost. Couldn't hit a tree
You lost.
and couldn't take care of the ball.
Fair enough. Well, peoples, when we come back, we will talk about this final matchup and our thoughts on it. Don't go anywhere too fast because we'll be right back in a jiffy. We back, people. Let me talk about this matchup. Let me talk about Heat versus Nuggets. We kind of alluded to it a little bit, but I want to hear your overall thoughts, Hakeem.
All
What are you
right,
thinking? What are
so
you thinking?
a problem with this, right? My my basketball IQ tells me for Denver Nuggets. It's as simple as that. Denver's a better team. They beat all the big dogs. They destroy Lakers. They have the better superstars. They have, as one said, they have two debatable, but they definitely got one and a half. You want to say one and a half superstars, and they just should perform. They should just perform Miami in any area in basketball. But my gut tells me Miami Heat is the ultimate underdog. They've been there before. Every series they were basically underdog, and why should they give up on them now? So I'm really conflicted in which team to go. Whether to go with Denver or to go with Miami Heat. When I look at, I said overall, I think Denver has the better players. They're better from the 3-point line. They are relatively a big team. They have Jokic and Murray that can hit any sort of shot for the most part. Like a Porter Jr. has never seen a shot he doesn't like. Uh, like
Good point.
it's so hard to bet against the Denver Nuggets, but there's something about this Miami Heat team. They just know how to get the job done. It may not be the prettiest, it may not be the most efficient at times, but they know how to get the job done. And I think, when you look at Eric Spoelstra and they said Pat Riley, they know how to devise a plan to get the job done. And they do have some big players that can also bother Jokic, as well as prevent pose a challenge to Murray. They have Kevin Love that didn't even play the last series really, and they have can't remember the guy's name is another big man. Not coming to mind at this point in time. But they have good depth to their squad, and Tyler Hero has also been cleared to play in the NBA finals. I
Bring
don't
him
know
back.
if it would.
Their goose
I don't know.
cook.
I
think he's
yeah. I
missing
don't
it.
think it. I
Well,
don't think it will play him.
he's missing the
I
first
don't think
game,
it will
that's
play
for
him.
sure.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know
Bring
if
him back. Their goose is cooked.
I would only bring Hero if we're in a situation where we need something that just to, nothing is working, we need him to just come in and do something, something out of the ordinary.
He was the
That
ultimate spark plug. That's what you're
yeah,
saying.
yes, to insert him into the final into the starting five detrimental to the team. So honestly, I don't know which the team yet. I gotta think about it some more. I want to go with. I'm gonna go with Devin Nuggets. I'm gonna go with Devin Nuggets. My mind tells me choose. My gut tells me choose Heat, but I can't logically find a way how the Miami Heat are gonna beat Denver Nuggets. Not in the 7 game series. They might get this. They might even get the 7 games, maybe 6. But I
Follow
cannot. I
your
can't. I,
mind.
I
Follow
can't.
your mind, Hakeem.
But,
Follow your mind.
sometimes it's not. If it follow my mind, I would have never. Well, I did bet on Miami Heat. If it follow my mind, I'm sure that's what half of the world saying Miami Heat would have lost. But
Follow your mind.
I'm gonna put some contingent factors on it. If Miami Heat could
And don't
win,
count.
if Miami win the first game, I go Heat all the way in 7.
You
If
can't.
Denver win,
You can't make a
That's
prediction.
poor me.
I
That's
mean,
so
we ain't really
poor.
making a prediction, but I mean, it,
I had Jimmy back. I had Jimmy back.
that ain't possible.
But now,
That's
all
not
right,
always the thing.
my ways are going investment strategy. I bet on both sides. But being real,
Man said if Heat win one, that's so funny to
all right,
me.
I think, all right, cause that'd be first game away from home. That's actually torn for them. They've not. I think every single series they played in, they've won the first game. If I'm not mistaken.
You think the
But
musical chairs, big man. Tony
man,
talking
some
about. eh,
I
And
I want
don't let
Denver's going
me
to win.
influence you though.
Denver's going to win the series. But I want Miami to win.
This man warming the hearts of everybody. Can't work.
So Denver is
What you
Hakim's
working
pick.
with, Rayvon?
All right, let me start
Denver,
off with the
Denver, Denver,
matchup on
Denver
the
in the
whole.
pick.
Let me start off with the
Mhm.
matchup on the whole. Just break that down a little bit. I think there's a more evenly matched like, team than you would expect. Uh, to some extent. Let me say a way. From their starting five, if you look at the Denver Nugget and the Miami Heat starting five, eerily similar, eerily similar type of starting five. You got Jamal Murray, I guess the kind of bucket getter on the team, or the leader on the perimeter for the Nuggets. You got Jokic, the leader in the center for the Nuggets. Then you got KCP, utility role player, gets buckets, plays defense. Um, and then you got Michael Porter Jr., 3-point star. Um, I don't know. It just feel like two teams that would give each other, enough issues when they face up matchup because they got matchups for pretty much everybody. Bam could guard Jokic. Uh,
Uh,
Jimmy could take
mm,
Jimmy could take
mm,
Jimmy could take Jamal
you
Murray.
saying Bamka? You saying Bamka guard Jokic?
Yeah, I think he has
I
the
mean,
capability.
80. The man dropped 40. The man dropped 40 and 80.
I think Bam could be given the assignment to
Yeah,
guard
I
Jokic,
I think
but
he
I don't think that the assignment will be carried out in full.
Bam is 6'9" to be said. I don't feel Bam stopping Jokic. He ain't probably the
I
man
think
got
I say that
chance
he's
really at
stopping it. I
best
think
case
he could
scenario.
guard him. He could guard him to the
Oh,
Right?
best
you guard him.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
to the
oh,
best of
yeah.
his ability.
That's
I
the
mean,
matchup.
Jokic can
Okay.
probably still
okay.
get his more than lately, but it's about making it difficult for Jokic. I think Bam can use his
I
speed and
want Bam to
agility
be
to.
successful for at least 2 games against
Yeah,
Jokic, though,
I feel
because
that it's possible. I
because
feel
that
that it's
might
very
give
possible.
Heat a good look. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel that it's very possible. I know he when you look back at the regular season, um,
But
Jokic
you
look
gotta
at him
remember
like
foul
cook
trouble
food.
too.
Yeah, yeah. Does he take
Yeah,
Bam
you
is
gotta
a
remember
little
foul
bit
trouble.
skeptical in
Yeah.
that area too. But I just feel like he can lock in enough to be a pest on Jokic. The same way that they put Rui Hachimura on him, to give him some trouble, which it were a little bit, but then they really were in the Lakers series. They could do. You could have that constantly with Bam now. Because Bam is not that big of a player, but
But is
Bam
Bam
has the
going to
speed
attack
to
the
get
paint though?
around, yada yada, make it a little bit. Um,
But is he going to attack the paint because I remember we were saying his post game interview with
yeah,
after
it's
game
tough to
one
yeah
that
the way
they don't really have a that Jokic is not really a rim protector, and the team Denver Nuggets doesn't really have a rim protector. So if you could attack the paint, attack Jokic, you might got a better chance of scoring.
well,
But
I know you're looking at it from the
is Bam
defensive
that
side.
defensive side still okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
looking at it from the defensive side, just saying that I feel like Bam has the tools necessary to be a pest for Jokic and try to disrupt him as much as possible, and the team as well. Uh, the coach Eric Spoelstra has, I don't know, his defensive play, but is pretty deep. So I think he could find some multiple different ways. He has a team that you could go that could go there and execute defensively with different types of defensive approaches to dealing with Jokic. So I think it's a good matchup, especially in that with that perspective in mind. Nobody has been able to solve the Nuggets offense, but I feel that I give the Heat the benefit of doubt in actually finding a way to kind of shut it down to some extent, whatever way it may be. And Bam, I believe that Bam will have to be the critical piece of that. So matchup wise, I think it should be interesting, and I'm interested to see the who Jimmy Butler is going to guard. I feel that he's going to guard Murray, but not totally sure about that because he also has to lead the team on a whole offensively as well as we've seen throughout the playoffs.
You
Yeah,
don't
you
want to
don't want to
gas him.
gas him out. So I, there's going to be some sort of push and pull between him and Caleb Martin on defense. My skepticism about the Nuggets now is who's Jamal Murray guarding. At the end of the day, he's not particularly a great defender, but he's been able to hold his own for the most part. You just put him on Gabe Vincent or somebody like that. Uh, I, I
Matt
just think
Strus, that's
it's
his name.
yeah, Max Strus. He could catch fire on you. He just have a bunch of guys who could put the ball like that and make plays as well. So
So
it's a little bit
You could probably put Murray on Strus though. No,
yeah.
so
like
do you
it.
want to factor into
But
not
more
everything?
than
Do you
likely,
want to
Jimmy
factor?
getting Murray and Murray getting gone Mark Jimmy. More than
Nah,
likely.
I want to do that. I mean, they might have players, yeah, but I
But
wouldn't
you
put
gotta remember
Jimmy
that
on. I
you
won't put.
also gotta stop Murray. Like,
But you want, but if you start Murray with Jimmy, right, and Jimmy can't give you the points,
Mhm.
let's say they neutralize each other where they're both gas to give you good offensive points. You got a man like Jokic and go crazy, go bunkers.
yeah,
Killer
but
Murray
you already got
can't match.
Bam and maybe somebody to double
Bam ain't,
team.
Bam ain't giving them points. Bam ain't giving her points like that. Come on, man. Come on.
No,
But
not
then
giving
again,
points, but slowing down your catch as best as he could. Maybe they might probably run a double team because
I
that
watched
might
this
be the more
man.
sensible thing to do.
I watched
that's
Jokic
a
give
hard thing
hell
to do
to
against
AD.
Jokic.
I watched
Yeah.
Jokic give AD hell, and AD played some really good defense.
But that's the
I,
thing too, though.
I,
You can't even double team Jokic because if any one of these other guys get free, Aaron
I
Gordon
give,
He's
or
gonna pass
any of
it.
exactly.
his like
He's gonna
Or
save it.
buckets,
yeah,
yeah. So
exactly.
it's a
But
tough one,
are we going to
but
factor
it'll be
into
interesting.
the fact that the Denver Nuggets might be a bit, let's say, too well rested. Not a little rusty for all the
Well,
time they've
I
had
was
I
off.
think
I,
that's a
I
good
I was
point.
And
thinking
is it
about that, but
possible?
I doubt
And
it.
it's possible. And is it possible that that Miami Heat being, I mean, they're professionals, so they in there among
I
us
doubt
they're
it.
but
gas,
if you
but
Them ain't got training days and
mhm.
everything
And if
they
lined
might
up
get
if
to
you're
get.
considering factors like that, Hakeem, though, you gotta consider too. Everybody's always say it's a little bit tougher to play Denver at home because of the altitude as well. So they're already acclimatized there because they've been playing there already. Now the
Right.
Heat just come from there. They have the time to acclimatize to the Denver atmosphere. Now they got consider that they may be more gas than they expect.
But I just wonder though if that's a big factor, especially within enclosed arenas.
Hmm
I could understand like if it's outdoors or
this is
whatever,
a
but,
factor.
but
They say
anyways,
it's only for the first game. They say it might have it's like they might say I have a
the air
possible.
slightly thinner. Possibly, but
The slightly thinner
honestly, I don't
in
think.
comparison to where the Heat come from. Florida, like the Florida on the ground,
Yeah,
Denver in the mountains. It's like
yeah,
I'm pretty sure
exactly.
their height above sea level is significantly greater than in Miami. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I honestly don't feel like that can be one of the points of the series if Miami
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
lose. I don't think anybody can say, oh, they didn't climatize to the altitude in Denver. So,
Well, I just
you
bring that
know,
I brought that up as something to go along with what Hakim is saying about Russ for being off for so long. So
mm,
Okay.
I think those things are
as
kind
an
of in the same
environmental
boat. Yeah,
factor.
exactly, kind of in the
Mm,
same boat.
fair enough.
So you have Ravon, so just to be clear, then you chose Denver Nuggets
Right.
as
Well,
your
I didn't
pick.
really talk about prediction, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Regardless of whatever the
give it
case
to
may
us.
be, I be picking Nuggets all day. I can bet against the Heat again. I am not ashamed to do it. If they prove me
I
wrong,
feel bad, right?
so be it. I just feel like the Nuggets have been the best team that we've watched all playoffs. When you look at everything true and
No
true,
man,
Oh,
they've been
they have,
exceptional.
but
I can't look at any team and say, yo, this team is playing exceptionally well, and I can see them winning the championship. Not even the Heat, not even the Heat. So
Question though.
Look, if the
I
Miami
don't know
Heat,
if you guys could pull this up,
mhm.
but I think Miami Heat and Denver kind of tight in the regular season against each other. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Or
try to find it.
Denver might got one up on them or something, but I think they might be tight. So back to your point where you were saying about these teams may be evenly matched. Could be possible.
I mean, a lot of factors to the match into factor into because they could be playing back to back. So they what was the you know they had to hear back then. You had another player too for the Miami Heat. Can't win the other player was. I mean, a lot of factors to you have to consider.
Mhm.
But I
Not
want
really.
I want to man like guys if permitted.
You already choose, buddy. What you trying to do
If Miami hit me the first game,
now? Can't switch. Nah, bro. You gotta call Heat
tough.
from the beginning.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I really think
You,
about
you,
it carefully.
you already call. You picked though, buddy.
I
I
always
I, I,
you,
I
you
choose the
seriously
Nuggets.
short.
I
The
care what
Short.
nobody say.
the Nuggets
I
won.
choose the
Yeah.
Nuggets.
The Nuggets won
Until
both of the
it's short
games
over yet. I thought
that they played against the Heat in the regular season.
so.
But I'm
You
pretty
have
sure
nuggets.
he
You have
he won
nuggets.
one.
No, they
You have
no the
nuggets
Nuggets won
in.
both. Nuggets won both the games.
Oh, both.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay,
they only played 2 games.
okay. I
Yeah.
probably was looking at something else at the time. My apologies for that misinformation. But anyways, um,
Nuggets for the win.
All of a sudden, with this assured confidence, Nuggets for the win.
yeah, I can
I
just
just
make me laugh. You tried.
not going to not going to. I'm actually thinking about it because I really want Heat to win, but I just can't see a
All right, look.
way.
All
If
right,
you really want the Heat to win, then pick the Heat. Hockey.
just that's what I
You
say.
can't,
Like
you can't bet. You can't bet. You got bet. It's a bit of both. You know,
you was doing
I
that all
can't.
season long, bro. The
Not
Lakers, you
really,
was
not
doing that
really.
all season,
Man, but
all season. You can still you can still choose Heat.
I am for the second any regular season prediction board,
I
standing
think
board.
I think it did. I think so. It
Second?
might be. I can't remember.
Nah, bro.
I am for the second.
Nah,
Nah, actually, yeah, it was second because I was off by 1 point. To Hans.
nah, bro. No,
I don't even
sir.
know how far in points you were, truthfully.
Must
It
be two
was like
behind. I must be two
fairly
behind.
close.
Yeah, I think it
It
was.
was
Yeah.
close, but it's still third anyway. It's
But you gotta be confident when you
so
play
so
hockey,
far.
man. Gotta be confident, man.
When I choose Heat,
Is
B,
because they're you see, right?
choose Heat and take
Every
it all,
single-
Hakeem.
you bet against
Choose Heat and take it
every
all.
single. I am gonna go.
Choose Heat and but that's why I get
Yep.
this third time you choosing. You better if it's not different from Nuggets, Hakeem is sorry. We can go on.
If the Heat win the first game, right? And Nuggets.
You can't put a caveat to it.
No.
Talk about if the Heat.
No. I think it too. Let's say the Heat win the first game. Nuggets come back and make it 1-1. Can the Heat go back to their hometown and get 3-1 up or even 2-0? At that point in time, they can go to game 7 possibly. I go in Heat in 7.
That's the last state that you can make here. Last one. Last one. And you'll be a part of history. If you get right, you'll be a
Let's
part of
go.
history. You'll
Let's
be a
go.
part of history too, Hakeem.
Yeah. Heat in 7. This first game is the turning point. This ain't be the catalyst, I should say. Heat in 7 first game. First game 1-0. Then go back to Heat City. Then make it 3-1, 2-0. Then we close off in game 7.
I go in Nuggets in 6 games. Jokic is MVP. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I give Heat 2 games. I feel like I'm being a little bit generous, but I do feel like somewhere in me says that they could find a way to slow down the Nuggets offense because they've been
Jimmy
able to
MVP for me.
all right. So Heat, Jimmy MVP for you. Who you got, Hans?
Yo, Hakeem. Consider comedian, boy. Consider it. Consider it. We might come up with the most confident prediction. Heat in 7.
At least they're confident. That's all they ask.
That's what I feel. That's what I feel in my heart.
All right.
This pure heart bet. No,
We can
this
see
pure
if
heart.
they-
This thing went from he head to he guts,
Logic.
no to he heart.
Yeah.
Logic going through. Logic going through the window.
Sometimes the
Yo,
heart is
I-
win, boy.
Well, So nice heart says get Brett too. Anyways,
Oh
anyways,
man, ice in the
uh,
veins.
again Nuggets.
Mhm.
I think there comes a time when all good things come to an end, and I think the Nuggets can put heat to an end
Mhm.
this season.
In how many games?
And uh
You know,
In how much
we looking for
games?
these fried nuggets. We looking for the fried nuggets, so buddy. We think
right,
these teams
that's
get
exactly what can happen.
no the heat and fried nuggets. You know, we eating the nuggets,
Oh, okay,
fried
okay, okay.
nuggets, fried
Uh,
nuggets.
look, like I was saying, I think that I was thinking down the lines of you two, Rayvon, that
Mhm.
that Heat might got 2 games in them, to be
Mhm.
honest.
Mhm.
But the thought also crossed my mind earlier today that Heat might get sweep, even if the games are close.
It
That's very possible.
But
is, but not happening.
again, what I can do, right, is that I can give Hakim the first game. So I can give Heat one. And then Denver can beat them in five.
All right.
Denver can beat them in five. I think with the squad that them got, if he commit the miss, flare play to Heat. If not, it's a wrap in five. So again with that.
All right. That easy.
Denver Nuggets in five. And
So the picks
the
locked.
MVP would be last time I choose Jamal and Jokic get it. This time, if I choose Jokic and Jamal
Jamal
get
get
it,
it.
bro.
Ah!
Yo, all right, look, I can choose Jokic just because he's been the most consistent MVP for throughout the season for Denver Nuggets.
Mhm.
I can choose Jokic to get this. And yeah, that's pretty much my predictions.
That easy, huh?
Fair play to you, Hakeem. I think I'll come second in the predictions. Um,
This gonna be
I think
a big. This gonna be a big
a
prediction
big
run for me.
upset and big
Big
comeback.
prediction run. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, big prediction wrong in a certain direction though, but we're not gonna comment on it right now. We can just like play out and see what happens. Who will wet the bed? I don't know what that question means, but somebody could help me out here.
Just trying to figure out. I guess who you think that would, somebody that you expect to don't show up in these series for either team or a collection of players if you think that might be the case. Um, I guess I could start it off then if that's the case. I take from the Heat, there gotta be some regression from Caleb Martin. I just don't know if he could be able to sustain the play that
I
he's
actually
been
wanted
able to
to
do so.
ask Hakim that question. I was gonna ask Hakim about Caleb Martin,
I,
but fair enough.
yeah, he got cooled off at some point because I,
Mm-hmm.
I find it hard to believe that he's that type of player that he's been for the Heat throughout the playoffs so far. Yes, he's being consistent to some extent in the playoffs, but will he keep that edge in these finals? Because there's a different stage. This is a very different stage. But he showed that he's not afraid of the moment. But can the efficiency maintain? Can the the timely shot making maintain? And who else is going to step up from the Heat if he is not the one that is stepping up because he has been there constant throughout these playoffs. That has
Let
provided
Hakim tell us.
that 6 man offense that Tyler Hero is supposed to provide.
I
Help
mean,
us,
like, all right,
Hakim.
to be fair though, even if Caleb Martin regresses a bit, he's been playing so far above his norm.
Yeah, that's what
If
he's
he
saying.
regresses to if he does regress to his norm, I don't think I would still say that that's resting the bed per se. He just
But
he had
Jimmy
a bit,
Butler don't think that he playing outside of he norm because in an
but
interview,
no, but this is Jimmy
post
Butler's norm.
press
This is
conference or whatever.
But this is Jimmy Butler's norm
Right.
for the playoffs. For the
So
playoffs, he
if
does this every playoff series, every
no
playoff
no
year
no
he does
no
this.
no I'm saying that Jimmy Butler is saying that Caleb Martin like his games right now is not out of the norm for him
Oh, for Caleb,
because he's
okay.
been seeing it in camp all season long. So it's a surprise to everybody that's seeing it, no, but it's not a surprise to him.
I don't
Well,
think that's fair. I mean, but it's supposed to say in game because I'm pretty sure there are numerous players, a plethora of players who play outstanding in camp during the seasons.
And they get it
programs,
again
whatever you
like
want to
they
say,
can't do nothing.
and do nothing.
Hmm.
So it's really about in-game plays the most. That's where the lights are on.
Hmm.
Is that's where the added pressure, the added expectation. There's no expectation in training really, other than just to have fun, execute the drills, show your leadership skills, whatever it may be.
Yeah, and Jimmy
So
gonna say that
for
because that's his
me,
teammate too, so he gonna find
exactly,
any way to
and
pump
he's a
him
good
up.
leader.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
that they won,
I
maybe.
and
for
that
me,
Hey,
I for me, I want to say the player who gonna back the bed. I'm not gonna say the entire series, but gonna have a game or two maybe. It's Bam. I think Bam. Nah. I think we're gonna have to win. I think Bam is gonna have it tough. Uh, guarding York, and then I think he's gonna have it tough on offensive side as well. Denver's not a really a small team per se, and
it's
it's just
not at
hard to
all.
get good. And it's hard to get good looks on them. They play good defense. I watched him like Bam. Granted, he had a terrible game 7, but he struggled against Derek White. So I mean, like Lord have mercy. I mean, so if you fire, he's gonna have it tough. Like, it doesn't get any easier. It doesn't get any easier, especially in the NBA finals. We're gonna up their intensity throughout the entire series. So I think Bam's gonna be better for me. That might possibly be better in a game or two.
yeah. I realize we think any players from the Nuggets, me and Matt, the bad. Like, I feel like Aaron Gordon might be the prime candidate for that. Truthfully,
Nope.
But you
Nope.
gotta look very better in terms of his role. I mean, he does not
yeah,
have
yeah,
like
yeah.
a
But
major role.
right, yeah, but
So I mean,
He
it's
was
somebody who,
steady.
all right, just somebody who thinks gonna underperform, regardless of role. I just feel like he might be the one that,
he's the only person I can even think
yeah,
about. But I don't think he's gonna be better. I don't think he's gonna be better. I mean, Jokic and Murray and carry the team there and do everything they do with KCP and Michael Porter Jr. I mean, I can't predict who's gonna be better on the Denver Nuggets side.
mm, okay.
If someone does, that's a ultimately norm for me. That's nothing to be expected. I've not seen any moment of weakness in Ratty and his Denver Nuggets team.
Well,
And as I
somebody,
said,
I just feel like,
Maybe Aaron Gordon is the only person. I just think Miami will have to rise above them. Not that Denver Nuggets is going to drop and decline or regress. I just think Miami will have to surpass their own expectations, their own performance levels. I think that's what's going to happen in this series.
so who you think is going to be the most important, I guess, role player for the Heat then, or if
Uh,
is there somebody that you think might step out of the?
I don't think I have a player to me. I think it's gonna be a collective team effort.
Hmm.
I
I
think
thought it was supposed to be Bam.
He's not gonna have the most impactful. He's not. No, he switched. We're gonna switch the question a bit. He's not talking about the most impactful.
No,
I
most
don't.
important role
Yeah,
player.
he said
Like
the role is most important
But
role player.
to me, I don't see any one role player that I get that Heat team that is gonna play. Yeah, I think they collectively they all play their part and come together.
But I
I
mean,
don't
as a
think I don't
prediction,
call. I
like,
can't call.
can you
I can't.
see, like, for example, can you
I think
see
Bam
Matt
has to
I
have
can't
the
Shoes?
call.
most important role.
Yeah, yeah, but like example, you
I,
can you see Matt Shoes, taking the game and scoring 25 on 5 or 6, shooting from the 3 point line or something like that? Do you think any of the players have the potential or have the continuity from any of the other series? Any glimmers of
to
that?
keep it going for an entire
I
series.
ain't saying to keep it going for an series, but there might be a savior amongst the role players that that you think may
Lowry.
rise. Yes,
Maybe
boy,
Lowry. That's the only person I can say.
same here. I just feel like he's that type of player that because it's the finals, he can have a game where he dropped 35 or something like that. I think that's very possible. Very, very
if
possible.
if he scored
35?
35 in the
35
game,
points.
he can win that game.
35?
You
If he
think
scored
so?
Oh my
35 in
boy.
the game,
You think so?
he
But
will
that
win that
might
game.
just be a game where Jimmy off, and they need
Yeah, it
somebody
could
else,
be. Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah.
Kyle Lowry
Yeah.
steps up to the plate and be that player.
Yeah, but
It's hard to
Jimmy
get two
ain't that
players.
guy
It's hard to
that
get.
can give
It's hard.
33 points like that either. You know what I mean?
Jimmy, Jimmy go for more than 30. Jimmy could go for 40.
Hmm.
Yeah, but he's not that guy that can say, "All right, yeah, I can expect 35 from Jimmy this game."
Yeah,
Like
I can
he's not
see.
that player. Like
He's
he's
more
a
than high
player
20.
that
He's more than high 20s, but
right,
he's
but
only.
that's what he's saying. He's a player that you can say, "All right, Jimmy can give me, let's say, 22 average on a given day," but if you get 30 saying you can be happy, but he's not that guy that you can say I'm looking for at least 33 from Jimmy. You know what I mean?
All right, fair,
Like
fair, fair.
you would say, all right, yeah, Giannis can give me 30 saying this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jimmy to me is not that person that can do that. But hey, Jimmy's defense makes up for the points that for the extra points that he don't get anyway. So hey, I wish you guys the best, Hakim. To be honest, but for me, I think the most important role player game is Aaron Gordon for Denver.
I actually think the most important role player for Denver might be Michael Porter Jr. Um, I think if he gets cooking at all, to me he has been quite up and down for majority of the series, and they've been able to stay afloat to some extent. If he gets cooking at all, it's going to be a sweep for the for the Heat. Not gonna lie.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
It's gonna be tough.
if he get cooking the way that I think
And
he
the
could
man
get
sit
cooking, yeah, he's
and the
six
man
ten.
sits 10 too.
Yeah,
That's a problem. He's a big body, so he can
yeah.
defend
For the
twice, you know.
Heat, I think their most important role player maybe just be Kyle Lowry again too, um, off the bench. To provide some, he needs to tap into that championship. That
Say again.
championship, yeah, that championship pedigree that he would have from the Toronto Raptors
And
championship
he's
a
gonna have to be
couple of years
taking
ago.
he's gonna have to be taking charges as well too. He's gonna have to
Yeah,
timely charges in my
he gotta
opinion.
find some way. Whether it might not be something that we see tangibly, but I just feel that he's important in getting these guys riled up and prepared for the moment. So it might not be something that you see on the floor in terms of points or something like that, but I just feel that his importance for the team success is shouldn't be understated.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, man.
Agree. Well, peoples, there you have it. That's all our takes from last round, each conference finals, East and West, and what we think is going to happen in the finals for the NBA 2022 to 2023 season. If you got other predictions to us, you would like to hear about them, you can reach us at any social media platform that you see in the bottom right hand corner of your screen right now in the stream. And we would definitely love to hear your takes and see what you think about this series that is about to be, I think, exciting. If, however, Heats get sweet, peoples, we will have to give Hakim 2 brooms. One for the conference finals and one for the NBA finals. But hey, that's been our take. If you guys have any other thing you want to mention, do it now or forever hold your peace for
Right
this
now,
week.
we both would probably go straight and plug into the first game. Yeah, almost
Yeah,
8
Sure.
degrees.
I
To
bought
all.
TV.
Plug into all. Anyways, people, thank you for watching. We appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Peace.